Hello friends, you all are again invited to the lecture series of electronics instruments and the measurement. In the previous two lectures we have discussed about what are the electronics instruments and what are the basics of the measurement, and basically we have discussed in the last previous two lecture about the different error associated with the measurements. So basically in the measurement there are two types of error is associated. One is the systematic error, gross error. We have already discussed about the systematic error and gross error associated with these instruments, and in this lecture we are going to discuss about some numericals that is associated with the error, and also some of the basic terms that generally asked in examination. So again we start this lecture with the first example, and this example if you see, if the actual value of a quantity is 50 and its measured value is 49.8, then calculate the absolute error and relative error. So a very simple example. First we already know that actual value, the mean value is 50 and the measured value is 49.8. Absolute error is actual value minus measured value 0.2. In the terms of the percentage, we divided it by the 50 and we got about the relative error that is equal to 0.4%. So this is the first example we have taken. Then we move here, we discuss some of the definition associated with error. First error is first question is what is error. So basically the difference of the absolute value and measured value, or difference of the real value, measured value, difference of the mean value and measured value is called error. So the exact measurement of a physical quantity is not possible. Uncertainty in the measurement is called error. Numerically, the deviation of the measured value from the actual value is called error. So these are the basically different type of the definition actually. So if x is the quantity measured, then delta x is called error in x, that is error equal to actual value minus measured. Systematic error, we already discussed about the systematic error. So it is basically deviation caused due to the single known source is called systematic error. Source of the systematic error are instrumental error, imperfect design, calibration, or zero error. Imperfection is experimental technique or procedure. Personal error or gross error due to individual bias. Lack of proper setting of the instruments, or individual carelessness in taking observation without observing proper precautions. So these are the basically error that is associated with the instruments. So it is basically the part of the systematic error. So we have again, if we summarize it, so it is the imperfect design, calibration, imperfection in experimental technique or the procedure, then individual carelessness, and last is observation without observing proper precaution. It means observation without precaution. Then random error, error due to the unknown sources is called random error. Least count error, error associated with the resolution of the instruments. Least count is actually the resolution. Constant error, error in magnitude caused due to problem in calibration of the scale. The error repeat itself in on the measurement. So we have applying some correction factor and we are able to minimize this constant error. Then external factor, air, temperature, pressure, environmental condition, that is called basically external temperature, that is also introduced in error. So these are the some of the definition we have again summarized and for your convenience. Then again we move to a simple question. A register has a marking as 470 comma 10%. What will be the true value? Generally register, if we see the data sheet of any register, their resistance is marked as they say 470 comma 10%. That's the standard procedure to show the resistance value of any register that you know when you read the data sheet of any register. So what is the meaning of 470 ohm comma 10%? So basically 10% is the error. It means 10% of the 470 is the error. So the 10% of the 470 is the 47. So what is the actual value? Be careful about the actual value is 470 minus 47 and 470 plus 47. See here, it means the error in this case is 470 plus minus 47. And it's what is the practical significance? It means this actual resistance is varies from 423 to 517. That is the practical significance. And if you require the accuracy and the precision, then we need to count this error. Otherwise, we are not able to maintain the precision and accuracy of any measurement. That's another question. Then, how we can minimize errors? So how we can minimize using instruments of higher precision? Simple precision and accuracy. If you be careful about the precision and accuracy, any error introduced in a measurement is minimized. So improving experimental technique, we can reduce least count error. Repeating the observation several times and taking the arithmetic mean of the observation, the mean value would be very close to the true value. That is the very simple procedure generally we adopt in the laboratory. In every laboratory, generally we take 4 to 5 reading and take the average of all the reading. That is also called the mean value. So that is a very simple procedure to minimize the error. Gross error can also be minimized only if observer is very careful in the observation and sincere in this approach. That's why in any laboratory we have makes do and do nots for each experiment. Basically that is reduce the gross error. If you very careful about what you do, what you do not during performance, when you perform in this particular experiment or when you perform some particular measurement. So in every experiment we make some do and do not about this particular experiment. So our measured reading error introduced in the measured reading will also minimize. So first by taking the mean value, third by careful observation, error is minimized, and the third is taking the precaution. Then again we have a question, a refractive index of a water is found to have the values 1.29 to 1.33. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, total 7 values. No, sorry, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 values. So the 8 value. Calculate the mean value, absolute error, relative error and percentage error. So taking the mean value is very simple. Add all the 8 quantity divided by 8. That is called the mean. Here we got the mean is 1.33. Then the absolute error, and then here see it, absolute error is different for the different reading. We have total 8 readings, so there is total 8 absolute error. So first here we divide mean value minus first reading, then you divide mean value minus second reading, mean value minus third reading, and so on. We have repeated for all the 8 reading. In each case we know the what is the absolute value. We already know the absolute value is actually average value, actual value minus measured value, or mean value minus measured value. So we take this. Then absolute mean, absolute error. Take the mod of the each value and add them. That is called the mean absolute error. That is again we required careful, because some reading are the negative. So if you directly add, then it's give the some values become the minus. So the mean absolute error is the basically take the mod of each value and add them, or we ignore the minus sign and add them. If you are the whichever way, in which way you familiar we can use, but in a scientific way you can take In a scientific way, you can take the mod of each value and add them, you got, and then you divided by 8, you got mean absolute error. If there is the mean, it means we divided by 8. Then once we know the what is the mean absolute error, then the relative error is mean absolute error divided by mean error, mean value. So we got the relative error. In the case of the percentage, again we multiply this relative error into 100. If you multiply, it's give you the percentage error. See this particular question. So in this question, almost all the quantity we have calculated. We calculated the mean value, we calculated absolute error, we calculate the relative error, we calculate the percentage error. For the calculating of the relative error, we required mean absolute error. So we also calculate the mean absolute error. Very simple formula, and I think you are familiar with this type of the formula. Then again we have moved to the next question. In this question, a current of 3.5 plus minus 0.5 ampere flow through metallic conductor and a potential difference of 21 plus minus 1 volt is applied. Find the resistance of the wire. So the answer given, V equal to 21 plus minus 1 volt. It means delta V equal to 1 volt. I equal to 3.5 plus minus 0.5. So delta I equal to 0.5. All these values are given, just they represent in a different way. We represent the delta V 1 volt, or we represent V is equal to Vi plus delta V. Both are the same. So that is just a representation till now. So if the resistance is equal to V upon I, so the 21 upon 1. 21 plus minus 1 divided by 3.5 plus minus 0.5, that is equal to 6 plus minus delta R. So we take this value, we got 6 plus minus delta R. So the delta R upon R is the error in the measurement, that is equal to delta V upon V plus delta I upon I. So 1 upon 21 plus 0.5 upon 35. So we solve it, it becomes 0.19. So the delta R is 0.19 into R. That is R is equal to 6. So the delta R equal to 1.14. So that we can easily calculate is 21 divided by 3.5. So basically it's equal to we got the 6 plus minus delta R. So in this way we are able to calculate find the resistance of the wire. So actual wire of the resistance is 6 plus minus 1.14. So that is the basically called error in the measurement. We maintain plus and minus sign, that is also required for any type of the measurement. So this question is again very simple, and it does not use any formula. You just read the question, use your own mind and calculate, because here only one trick is, if you write delta R upon R, that is equal to delta V upon V plus delta I upon I. Generally you people are not familiar to solve the question like this. So once we got this trick, you are able to solve this particular question. I think you understand this. Then again we move to the next question. A rectangular board is measured with a scale having accuracy of 0.2 centimeter. The length and breadth are measured at 35.4 and 18.4 centimeters respectively. Find the relative error and percentage error of the area calculated. So length is given, delta L is given, accuracy is given, so delta L, width is given, and also delta W is given. The length of the breadth I measure 30 and 18.4. Accuracy already given, that accuracy is applied for the both length and width. So area L equal to W, this. Then the relative error is equal to delta A upon A, that is equal to delta L upon L plus delta V upon V. that is equal to 0.017. It means percentage error is 0.017 into 100 equal 1.7. So it is less tricky than the previous questions. Generally, once you calculate the area, then we able to calculate the relative error. So the area, length and width both are involved. So in error, both are also involved. But in the case of the error, both error will added, it not multiply. That is the trick. Otherwise, you write L plus delta L upon this, or W plus delta W upon this, then maybe you have confused. But if you solve L plus delta L upon W, L plus delta L upon A into L plus W plus delta W upon A, you have got the same answer. What the relative error is actually added, it not the multiply. So once you got this trick, you are able to solve this question. So that is all of the some of the numerical we have considered to solve the error. So that's is all about this lecture. And after that we have after this lecture we again next time we have considered the second topic.